Hello everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my not great short story series. No, wrong class, sorry. The next in my Getting Results in Business series. That's what we're doing. We're right in the middle of our unit on how to deal with business culture. So we're going to be looking at narrating past events when you talk about a cultural experience you've had, particularly one that was difficult, what we call a critical incident. So we'll begin that in just a minute. First, a little bit about me. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means when you're not speaking, turn off your microphone so we can keep the classroom quiet. When you are speaking, tune in to the new words and the expressions that you learn. That means use them as actively as you can so that I can correct you and give you lots of feedback. Last, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And that is all you need to know about me. What about you, Salwa? How are you? So right now you're the only one, Salwa. Where is everyone?
We can
I hope they're on their way.
seconds they will join.
What's that? Say again?
We can hold sometimes until they join to us.
Yeah, we can give them a minute or two. Why don't I share my screen as well so you can see where we were? Of course, I always put the material there on the Verbling page, but here is a link to the notes. And when you open it, you will see this graphic, Getting Results in Business. And if you scroll down to page 6, you'll see today's class, Unit 14, Culture. So, in the past, I gave you a homework to work on. You might, if you weren't in the class, it's okay, but I'll take a quick look at it if there's any questions. And we're going to move on to the next section. I'll open that up in the background as well. So we're going to be dealing with presentation 3, and homework 2 I'll go over quickly as well, just so you know where we are and what we're doing. In the last class, we reviewed the business skills section of Unit 14, all about narrating past events. We learned key expressions for narrating a past event about a critical incident. So what? Why was it important? Well, you now know 3 kinds of expressions. Expressions for telling a story, for reacting to the story, and for encouraging more information about it, for asking someone more information. And you had to try homework 2, and if you had time, I asked you to write out the event we looked at in presentation 2. And in fact, I'll even open presentation 2 so we can take a look. So I want to start here. If anyone did the homework, I want to start here and see if there's any questions. And if you did do the homework, no problem. You can do it later, or we can do it together. It's just a review of the key expressions. Okay? So this is what I sent you yesterday, how to narrate past events. Did anyone have a chance to try this on their own, by the way? Silence. Oh, the sounds of silence.
What? Can you repeat, teacher?
Yeah. Did you have a chance to do this homework on your own?
No,
Oh. Okay, no problem, no problem. It might be good for us to do it together. If you want, we can do it together, just to review some of the key phrases.
Okay.
So, Adrian and Salwa, Adrian, you've been in some of these classes, so you know more or less what we're doing. Pablo, I don't think I know you. Let me just see. Is this your first time, Pablo? Hello, Pablo, are you there? Uh-oh, I don't hear you, Pablo. Hi, Pablo. If you can turn on your microphone, or you can write in the chat window. Either chat window will be good, okay? Pablo is rejoining us. That's the problem. Sometimes you have to leave and come back. Sometimes the Hangouts don't work so well. Okay, so Pablo, don't forget you can also write in the chat window, and I'll see it. Okay. So let's do this. Let's take a look at the first homework, which you can still do, even if you didn't do it yesterday. You can still do it if you want. At the end of the class, all the way down here on slide, I'll show you. Oops. On slide 11 of presentation 2, you had to tell a story based on the pictures. So you were here yesterday, right, Salwa? I think you were here. That's right. Okay. So we went through the story together in a spoken way. And if you wanted extra practice, I suggested that you write it. And the key phrases that you needed to use, I collected them all on one page, on page 12. So you could use those to tell your story. Now, some of this is for a dialogue, like asking questions. But some of it you can use in the story. Luckily, but then, what's more, etc. So what we're going to do is review some of those key phrases, and then we're going to move on here to the practically speaking section where we talk about culture. To know how to deal with culture, you need a little bit of practice talking about it. So we'll get to that in just a moment. So let's take a look over here.
Okay.
All right? George and Lana are talking about doing business in the Ukraine. Put the words in italics in the right order. All you need to do is select the expression that we used yesterday, the one that sounds best. So why don't you take the first one for us, Salwa?
Georgia, I had an interesting time in Ukraine, and in the end, a deal was done.
And in the end. Okay. And we can always check this too, because if we go back to our key phrases, in the end is right. You can see it at the bottom of the right side. Very good. That's it. Let's go around the room. Adrian, what about Lana? Lana's reaction. Lana and George together.
A question, teacher. And in the end, blank, a deal was done. I don't understand the.
So there's something wrong with each expression, and you have to correct it. So in this case, the in end was in the wrong order. So Sally will put it in the right order, in the end. So the blank is just to rewrite the key expression in the right way. The words are mixed up.
Okay.
Just to rewrite. So you try Lana and George together.
Okay. Was doing business there different to Greek?
Read it out loud. Read it.
Yeah. Was doing business there different to Greek?
Greece.
Greece.
Remember, they're in the Ukraine now. They're in Ukraine. Was doing business there different to Greece? She wants to know about George's experience. What does George say? Read it out loud, and then it'll be a lot easier if you say it out loud, because then you can see what the problem is. So,
yes.
What does George say?
Yes, very. We had a lot of misunderstanding at first. It because about come of our lack of knowledge about negotiation negotiating in Ukraine.
Negotiating.
Negotiating in Ukraine.
Okay. It, because, about, came of. Right words, but wrong order. So can you put that in the right order?
It about
Uh-oh.
it can
Good.
it can about
Good.
because of.
Perfect. That's right. Read the sentence the right way. Now, you're right.
Yes, very. We had a lot of misunderstanding at first. It came about because of our lack of knowledge about negotiating in Ukraine.
That is correct. And Lana says, so what happened? Pablo, is your microphone working now? Maybe you're having microphone problems. Don't forget, Pablo, you can also write in the group chat, which is the blue box on the top left side. Okay? So, if you want, you can write the answers and I'll see them. You can write here. Okay? So, Pablo, if you want, you can write the answers and I can see them there. Okay? So just let me know what you want to do. Let me see. Okay, so while we're waiting for Pablo, let's go to Jose. Lana says, so Jorge, what happened? What does Jorge say? I said George, but actually they're probably Spanish or something, so it's probably Jorge. What does Jorge say, Jose?
Okay. We met our Ukrainian colleagues and expected to get down to business, but it seemed a long time before we even spoke about the negotiation. That was the first problem.
That was the first problem. Could be. That problem though was first. That was the first problem. By the way, we can always check this by going back in time. Do we have an expression like that in the list?
That was...
No, but do we have it? No, we don't. That's weird. But you know what else we can do? Because this is a homework, I always give you the answers at the end. Give me a second here. I'm going to just open this in another window. Give me just a second here. Actually, it's weird. That one isn't in our list, which is not fair. Because if you didn't see it, how would you know?
It's in the list, but you didn't observe it.
Sorry?
It's in the list.
Oh, it's on the right side, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so that was the first problem. Yes, you saw it. Because apparently I'm legally blind. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so far so good. So Jorge and Lana are speaking. Jorge is now in Ukraine. It's different than Greece. And he realized there was a problem. Let's go back to... by the way, Pablo, if you want to participate, you can always write in the chat window.
The answer is okay, Eric?
The answer is okay because
Yes.
Salwa mentioned it. So, sorry. The answer is that was the first problem. That's what you said, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Very good. So let's keep going. Salwa, can you take Lana and Jorge's, the next two lines?
Yeah, Lena. So what did you do?
Good. So what did you do?
Did you
Good.
do? Yeah.
Keep going. And Jorge says what, Sal?
We made small talk about our journey, our families, and so on. Eventually, we spoke about the real business. it seems that relationship building before business is very important to them.
Excellent. So far, so good. So Jorge is trying to explain what it's like to be in this new culture.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
I hear someone very, very quietly. I think that's you, Pablo.
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you. You're very, very, very quiet, but I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry.
No problem.
First time I'm using this.
Well, 1 second. Salwa, can you just turn off your microphone for 1 minute, please? Thanks a lot. Say again, Pablo?
Hello?
There we go.
Okay.
So listen, Pablo, you're very, very, very quiet, but if everyone turns off their microphone, then I can hear you. But you're very quiet. So later on, play with your computer. Maybe you can get the microphone to work, okay? But if you speak and everyone's got the microphone off, I can hear you. So Pablo, why don't you take the next two? I think it's Lana and then Jorge, the next two lines, 6 and 7. Want to try it?
Lana number 6.
That's right.
Okay. What happened next?
Good. And Jorge says?
The Ukrainian team looked at the deal as a whole. They told us exactly what they required from the contract, and that was when I felt really uncomfortable.
Very good.
We don't
Oh.
negotiate like that here. We do it by bit.
Okay, very good, very good. That was when I felt uncomfortable. So all of these phrases that you're putting in the right order, you're going to be using them in just a minute to have a meeting similar to this. So pay close attention. Adrian, can you finish it up for us? Lana says,
And then
and Jorge says,
by time when that's
uh-oh. The expression means over time. Durante un periodo. Over time.
Okay, but I don't know.
Pasarán muchos años.
yeah, I understand, but how put in the correct order?
I'll give you a hint. The first word is as. That's the first.
Oh, okay. As by the time.
Not as by the time, but as time.
As time by went.
By went.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Try again.
As time went by.
Correct. As time went by. Here, we don't say pass like in Spanish. We say to go. Time went by. It passed. Time passed. Time went by. Okay, so take it from the top. Jorge says, Adrian?
As time went by, we become more aware of each other's culture and home business is done
and then he goes on from there. Okay, so those were some key expressions. I wonder if we should read this all the way through one time just to get it into your head. Well, I'll tell you what, let's come back to this in just a second, but I think it might be worth listening to it again. Jorge continues his story. This time you just have to choose between two similar expressions. One is correct and one is not. Choose the correct answer from the word in italics. Okay, so let's go to Jose for number 1 and 2. Try it, Jose.
Okay. Jorge, at first it seemed that the Ukrainians were very direct and abrupt, but this was just their style. What's more, they said no to us quite frequently, which was difficult to get used to.
Perfect. Very good. So at first and what's more. Very good. Let's go to Salwa for 3 and 4.
Okay, it wasn't until I read about the Ukrainian negotiating style that I found out they say no about mine times more often than Western negotiators.
Good.
Um, in spite this, we became quite good friends.
Try again.
Despite this, we became quite good friends. There were a few times when I was tough and we thought we had lost the deal.
Okay, good. Stop there for a minute. So the answer to number 4 was what?
It was until
No, the to number
it
4.
wasn't until
But was it in spite or despite?
um, I think despite
Correct. Because
right.
in spite requires a preposition. You'd have to say in spite of this. And there's no of, therefore you have to choose despite. So despite is correct. By the way, pronunciation. It was tough. Repeat after me. It was tough.
It was tough.
Right. T-O-U-G-H, but it's pronounced like an F. It was tough.
It was tough.
That's it. Very good. Okay. Everyone turn off your mics for a second so I can hear Pablo. Pablo, I want you to take 5 and 6. Take us to the bottom of the page. Okay?
Okay. Luckily, my colleague knew that hospitality is also very important to business relationships, and he invited the Ukrainian team to dinner.
I don't know if you could hear him, but he said luckily, and he is right. Keep going, Pablo.
Okay, sorry for the microphone.
You probably just have the volume down, by the way. There's 2 places you can check the volume, on your computer and in the Hangout. So,
They are at the top.
yeah, but you've got 2 volumes for your microphone. You've got a master volume, and then you've got a specific volume which is sometimes hidden. But it's a little, but just quickly, let me show you one thing really quickly. No, it's the same. Let me show you one thing really quickly, just quickly, and maybe it'll fix it. Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Hold on. Maybe we can fix this really quickly. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to share my entire screen with you for just a second. And if you have a Windows computer and you double click here, whoops, go to Mixer. Sorry about all the windows there. You know what? I'm using Windows 7 and it's different. So actually, I'm thinking they moved it. It's not where I thought it was. Give me a second here. No, you've got to go into the control panels now because I was thinking of Windows XP, but it's different. Anyway, experiment with it later.
Sorry.
No problem, no problem. So, keep going. The idea?
Okay, the idea was that it would get our relationship back on track. It really sucked me, but it functioned. I've certainly learned from the experience.
Okay. So, you said it really shocked me, but it functioned. Are you sure that's the best answer?
So if you say that, no.
Of course not. Why is surprised a better choice than shocked in this case? What's wrong with shocked here?
Because maybe surprise was something that you really expected.
So, was something that you expected?
No, that you didn't expect.
Didn't expect, okay. And shock is what?
I don't know how to define it.
which one is stronger, surprise or shock?
I think shock.
Shock is stronger. Which one is more negative, surprise or shock?
More negative.
More negative, more of a negative, pejorative meaning.
Maybe the first one also.
Well, if I'm shocked, do I feel good?
No.
Yeah, I think that surprise works better because it's not so negative. It really shocked me. It's like saying, there's something wrong with the Ukrainians. Oh, they shocked me. So it's too strong. It's too negative. It really surprised me because it was a good thing. It was good. They act differently, but it turned out to be a good thing. So it surprised me. So I would have gone with the second one. It really surprised me, but it worked. I've certainly learnt from the experience. Okay? So I sent you that as a homework, and whenever you do homework, don't forget, to show you, you can always go to the last page and check your answers yourself. Today we did it together, but in the future you can always go there to get the answers and see how well you're doing. Then you bring your questions into class. All right? So let's go into something new. In the next part of how to deal with business culture, we're going to apply some of those key expressions to a practical situation. Talking about culture. If you can't talk about culture, you're going to have a hard time making small talk and other things, right? It can't all be business. So let's get a little bit of practice talking about cultural things, talking about films, television, books, things that you might talk about before the meeting, after the meeting, when you're going out to dinner or lunch. You talk about normal things. So let's see if there's something we could learn specifically about how to talk about cultural things. Give me just a second because I need to open this again on my side. One moment. What you're going to do, listen to colleagues chatting during a break. You have to tell me what they're talking about in each of the 3 audio extracts you're going to hear. Then we're going to take some of their key phrases and we're going to categorize them. If we put them into categories, they should be a little easier to remember, and then you can use them yourself. We're going to try to put together everything we learned at the end and give you a chance to use it. Okay? So, listen up. By the way, if you really, really want to cheat, go to slide 4 and you can see the transcript. Okay? But try to do it without cheating. Try to do it just through listening. Here we go. Extract 1. There are 3 people speaking. I'm going to call them A, B, and C. Person A. Have you read any good books recently? Person B. Well, I don't get much time to read, but I've just finished a novel called Shadow of the Wind. Person C. I've read that. I really enjoyed it. Person A. What's it about? Person B. It's about a boy's quest to find the truth about an author who's mysteriously disappeared. It's set in Barcelona, just after the Second World War. It's very atmospheric. I really recommend it. I definitely recommend it. Person C. Absolutely. It's very well written, and it's a real page-turner, too. I took it on holiday with me, and I couldn't put it down. That was extract 1. Listen to extract 2 out of 3. Number 2. Person A. I must admit, I'm completely hooked on it. I've watched this entire soap opera since it began 10 years ago, and I can't miss an episode. Person B. Sounds like you're addicted. I don't really have a favorite program myself, but sometimes I just like to unwind in front of the TV, you know, after a bad day at work. The problem is I tend to channel hop. There are so many channels available. Person C. I don't have much time to watch TV, so much of it is just so bad. The live sport is good though. Person A. Yes, when the World Cup was broadcast, I recorded every match, so I didn't miss any. Person B. Me too. What I really can't stand is all this reality TV. You know, Big Brother and all that. Person A. Oh, I quite like that. Extract 3. The third and last one. Person A. It sounds great. I mean, listen to this review. A blockbuster of a movie which became a box office hit overnight. It's full of brilliant special effects with a star-studded cast and a gripping storyline that will have you on the edge of your seat from the beginning. Person B. Well, I've seen it and it was really good. The whole thing is set in the future. It's about a group of historians who look back to the 21st century and analyze what we're doing and how we're behaving now. Person C. And you were on the edge of your seat? Person B. I was. Actually, yeah. I mean, okay, it's basically a science fiction film, but it's very well done. It's very entertaining. There's a lot of humor in it. I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's a really surprising twist in the end. You must go and see it. And that was 3 people talking about 3 cultural things. Okay? What were they talking about in each of the extracts? What did you hear? Class, what were they talking about?
In the first episode, they were talking about a book.
Right.
One of them finds it interesting and he can't stop reading it in his holiday.
There you go. So first one is a book they read on holiday. Great.
Second, they talking about TV. One of them prefer watching sports and recording matches.
Yeah. So one prefers sports and the other one preferred...
Episodes about a program or movie series.
We
something
call
like
it a soap opera. Soap opera. And you can see that word in the chat window too. Soap or soap opera, like that. See it?
Yeah.
That means a melodramatic program, a soap opera. Sometimes they go on for 10, 20 years, like General Hospital, 30 years on television.
Yeah.
Okay? And
Okay.
is Salwa the only one who was listening? Really? Adrian, what was the last extract? What did you hear in extract 3? Want to do one for me? What was the last one about?
I think a film.
You're absolutely right. Do you remember more or less what was said about the film?
I don't remember, but some word has seems. I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyway, you're right. It was a film. Jose, Pablo, do you remember what kind of film it was? Do you remember the word that was used?
What kind of film?
Yeah. Was it a drama?
Science fiction?
Exactly. Pablo said science fiction. That's right. It was a science fiction film about some historians who look back on the 21st century and talk about, you know, whatever in their advanced civilization. Okay. All that is fine. It's good to be able to recognize what you're hearing. But what you really need to do is use those key expressions yourself. So, look at the list below. Which of the phrases can you use to talk about a film, a program, a book, or all 3? So you're going to basically take a minute and categorize the key language that you see. So take a minute, read through it. In fact, I'd like to actually hear you read these words so I can correct your pronunciation. So let's go down and from left to right. The first one is, I don't get much time to, or I don't have much time to. By the way, if you like, you can try to finish the sentence in a way that makes sense. Like this. Well, I don't get much time to read because I'm really busy at work. Just as an example. Adrian, read the next for us.
What?
Read the next one. I want
Ah.
to hear everyone just pronounce these phrases. So the next one.
The next one is there's a.
Okay, you want to go across? Let's go across.
Okay.
There's a what? There's a twist.
There is a twist at the end.
A twist.
Twist.
What's a twist?
No, I don't know. Twist.
What's a twist? Anyone, class, what's a twist? In a story. Is a twist something that you expect or something you don't expect?
Something you don't expect.
Yeah, that's it, Pablo. So a twist is like a story that has a trick ending or something that you would have thought when you began the story. A twist. Like a murder mystery or a Sherlock Holmes story, there was always a twist. You had to try to figure it out. Probably the author fooled you and was way ahead of you. There's a twist. Okay, so let's go around the room. Adrian went from left to right, so let's keep going left to right. I don't have much time to. There's a twist. Jose, next one on the...
Yes. It's a blockbuster.
What's a blockbuster?
Blockbuster.
Is that a movie, a film, television program?
Blockbuster, a movie, no?
It is.
It is a movie.
It's a movie that sells so many tickets. People are waiting all the way around the block. Out the door, down the block, down the street. It's a blockbuster. That's it.
Okay.
Salwa, next.
I'm completely hooked on it.
Okay. We'll just keep going around the room. I'm completely hooked on it. Adrian, next. Adrian, next. Itza.
It is a real page turner.
Good. Page Turner. Okay. Jose, next.
Okay. I can miss an episode.
Okay. Pablo.
I definitely recommend it.
He said I definitely recommend it. Good. Salwa, next.
It's a box office hit.
Adrian.
I couldn't put it down.
Jose.
I tend to channel up.
Channel hop.
Hop. I tend to channel hop.
Perfect. Pablo.
It's set in, it's about.
Good. It's set in, it's about. Salwa.
I have just finished.
Not I have, but I've.
I have just finished.
I've.
I have just finished.
That's it, yeah. I keep hearing you say I have, but here, don't pronounce the have, just one syllable. I've. That's it. Good. Adrian?
What I really can't stand is.
What I can't stand. Okay, Jose?
Can't stand.
Good, good.
It's very well written.
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 That's it, good. Pablo?
A star-studded cast.
Star-studded cast. Okay. Salwa?
What I really can't. I just like to unwind in front of.
Almost. Unwind.
Unwind. I just
Unwind.
like to unwind in front of.
Adrian?
You'll be on the edge of your seat.
Good. You'll be on the edge of your
Edge.
seat. That's it. Okay. So, which of these, what do you think? Film. Film. Which expressions are for a film?
I'm completely hooked on it.
I'm completely hooked. Is that only for a film? Or could that be for a film or something else?
Book.
Could be for a book?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it more for a book or more for a film?
I think for a book.
Yeah. It's not for a film at all, because a film is short and books are
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
So you're hooked on something long, so for a book. Okay. So I agree with you. I'm hooked on it is really number 3. Okay, so what can we say for a film, class?
You will be on the edge of your seat.
Because you're absolutely right. Because
They
what
talk
kind
about
what kind of film would put you on the edge of your seat?
scientific film.
Sci-fi. Sci-fi. Sci-fi, like this.
Sci-fi.
That's it. Okay, yeah. Or maybe a thriller. A thriller. Maybe some action movie. A thriller or an action film. Okay, so we got those can put you on the edge of your seat. What else for film? Any other ideas?
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster is correct.
Yes. Black.
What else? Anything else?
I don't understand blockbuster, teacher.
What's a block? In a city, what's a block? If I say go down the block and make a right, where am I sending you? Go down the block. What is that? Picture the map of a city, Adrian. Right?
What?
Picture in your mind a
Yeah.
map of a city, like New York City, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many blocks is Central Park in New York City? How many blocks is it? Is it big or small?
Bigger.
It's very big.
Yeah.
So Central Park is like at least 10 city blocks.
Okay.
How do you say block in Spanish?
Cuadra.
Exactly. So a blockbuster means there's so many people standing in line to get tickets that it's like they've destroyed the block. They've busted it. They've destroyed it.
Okay. Yeah.
So a blockbuster means something that's very, very popular. Everyone stands in line, and the line goes all the way down the block.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a blockbuster, and it's for film. So for film, we have blockbuster. We have being on the edge of your seat. Pablo, you said something, but I couldn't hear you.
Yes, I said star-studded cast.
Star-studded cast. Good. What's the cast of a film?
The celebrities that perform the film.
Right. If it's star-studded, they are celebrities. That's right. Okay, and there's one more for box that we missed. For box. There's one more for film that we missed.
It's a box office hit.
Box office hit. Box office is the place where you buy the tickets. So if it's a hit, that means it's a success in ticket sales. Box office hit. Okay? What about books? We know that hooked on it is one choice for books. What else can we say for books?
I definitely recommended it.
I definitely recommend it. Is that only for books? Because remember, choice 4 is for all 3. Would you say recommend it only for books, or could you say that for films too?
I can say for films too. Okay.
Yeah, you can say for everything. So I can recommend it would be choice 4. It applies to all 3. Okay? So
it's very well written.
very well written is definitely for books. Sure.
I've just finished.
I've just finished it. If it's a book, you've just finished it. Okay?
It's a real page turner.
Page turner, very good.
What is the meaning of page turner?
Well, to read, you have to turn the page of the book, right? If you want to turn the page, it means you like it. If you don't want to turn the page, it means you don't want to read anymore. That means you don't like the book.
Yeah,
So the
okay.
book excites you and you want to turn the page, you want to keep reading and reading and reading, turning the pages, turning the pages.
Okay.
So a page turner is an exciting book. There's one more expression we missed for books. It's so good that I couldn't do what? The book was so good that I couldn't
Put
put
it down.
down. It was so good I couldn't put it down. I had to keep reading. Okay, and the last one is for television programs. Number 2. I've been going the wrong way. Number 2, television programs.
I can't miss an episode.
I can't miss an episode. TV is in episodes. What else?
I tend to channel hop.
Channel hop or surf the channels. Channel hop, good. What else? After a long day at work, what do? Long, difficult day at work, you've got no energy, you go home, sit on the couch and do what?
I just like to unwind in front of.
In front of the TV, right? Unwind means relax, basically. Unwind means relax. Can everyone hear me okay, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay.
So, Paulo, I think it's just you. Can you hear me now? Okay, maybe, Paulo, it's your connection. No. Uh-oh. So, leave and re-enter. See if it's better. Okay.
Chair,
So,
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
The meaning of the phrase "I tend to channel hop." No, I don't know.
Hop
Channel.
is to jump, to hop.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
The channel.
Yeah, change the channel. Channel hop. Change the channel.
Okay.
Okay? So I want you to try to use some of these expressions yourself. Let's move forward here. Whoops. All of your expressions are collected in one place. On slide 6, you can see them all. What I want you to do is to choose a film, program, book, and tell us about it. And then find out what the next person likes. So I want you to use those key expressions. I'm going to leave them on the screen because I literally want you to pick an expression and talk about something that you're familiar with. And the conversation can go something like this. Well, I've been reading a great short story. Salwa, I want to tell you about this short story. It's called Manhole 69. It's a real page turner. It's short, but you know, I really just couldn't put it down because it's exciting. It's kind of unusual. Are there any things, any sort of things, books, films that you've been reading or watching lately?
Yeah. The series about the Ghost Whisperer. I liked it a lot. I just can't miss an episode.
What was it? What's the show?
The Ghost Whisperer.
The Post
Ghost Whisperer.
Withdrawal. Yeah? Like this in the chat window? Post withdraw. Like this?
Ghost.
Oh, Ghost. Oh, Whisperer. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whisperer. With what's her name? What's the name of that actress?
Jennifer.
Jennifer what? Oh, Jennifer Hewitt. Hewitt or Hewlett or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting, huh?
Yeah.
Is it a film or book? I don't know. I don't understand.
Ask her.
It's a series,
I
TV
don't.
series,
I don't
Okay.
think
talking about the ghosts and
it's a TV series.
yeah.
Okay, I would like you to ask the next person. Let's go around the room and just practice these phrases. Talk about something real, though. Salwa, why don't you ask Adrian about what he's watching or reading these days?
What to, is there something interesting about books or films you're reading or watching recently and seem interesting to you?
Adrian, she's talking to you.
Sorry, can you repeat? Sorry, sorry.
A little slower, Salwa. A little slower.
Okay. Just I'm asking you if there books or film or TV series you are watching recently and seem interesting to you.
Salwa,
Yeah.
wait.
Oh.
You're asking about the past, right?
Yeah.
When you talk about the recent past, should you use the simple past or the present perfect? Or a combination of something else?
I present perfect continuous.
Ah, that's right. But
Yeah.
that's not what I heard you say. Try it again. Ask it with the present perfect continuous. Try it again.
Have you been watching or reading a book or TV recently and it seems interesting to you?
That's much better. Good.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've watched. Um, I've been watching.
Correct.
Uh,
I've been watching.
I've been watching House of Cards.
Ah,
Yeah. It's I'm completely hooked on it. I can't miss an episode. Um, in fact, uh, I all weekend I watched uh, 5 episodes of
in a
House
row.
of Cards
5 in a row.
in a row. Okay.
In a row. I
Ah,
watched 5 in a row, continuously. 5 in a row.
okay. 5. I don't know.
You said 5, so I repeated.
Yeah. 5 in a row. Okay, 5 in a row.
I want you to ask Jose about his experience. Adrian.
Yeah.
Maybe
Jose.
he's seen House of Cards too. You've got to ask. Who knows?
Okay. Jose.
Tell me.
Have you watched House of Cards?
I've never watched House of Cards.
But what have you seen or read? But continue, Jose. I haven't seen House of Cards.
Yes, I
but what
haven't
have
seen.
you seen? What have you seen? Or what have you read?
Yes. I saw recently.
I've recently seen.
Okay. I recently I've seen a film at the cinema. The name of this film was Big Hero 6. Do you know this film? I'm completely hooked on it.
What was it? Arrow 6? I couldn't
Yes.
understand.
Big Hero 6.
Big Arrow 6.
Yes.
Like this in the chat window. Big Arrow 6, like this.
No. Big Hero. Big
Arrow.
Hero.
You gotta write it for me. Oh, Hero.
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 Hero. Big
Hero.
Hero 6.
Now I got it.
Yeah, sorry.
Big Hero 6. I don't know that.
Yes.
I've never seen it. Is it good?
Yes. This film was good. I've seen this film with my children on Christmas.
Ah. How would you describe the film? Give me one sentence to describe it a little bit. What kind of film is it?
This film was an history around the hero
Hero.
the hero. Big Hero 6. It was a character. I was a hero character.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's okay for me.
Yes.
Let's do this, because Paulo, I know you're having microphone problems today. All right? So let's do this. I want you to be able to describe the thing that you're reading or watching. So what I'd like you to do is to go back to this slide that I had on the screen, which you can find in presentation 3. So you can keep the link to the notes, and I'll post it for you later. Go back to notes, go back to presentation 3, and see if you can use the key phrases to describe it. Not just say what it is, but describe it. For example, you might say, Big Hero 6 is actually a gripping story. It's one of the key phrases. So describe the thing that you're watching. So in the beginning of class tomorrow, we're going to pick it up there, and we're going to each describe something and talk about whether we've seen it, if we have, what our opinion is, right? And we'll try to see if we can simulate kind of natural conversation that you might have when you're taking a break. Maybe it's at a conference or a meeting and you have a coffee break or something like that. We'll see how it goes. We're also going to pick up on a grammar point, a very important grammar point, which is, I'll tell you in just a second. I've got to hurry up because the next class is starting, but give me a second, I'll tell you. I know it's important, but I forgot what it was. Oh no, I can't remember. I don't have the material open and I closed it and now I forgot. I'm sorry. Anyway, it was something that we were listening to earlier. So we're going to go... Yeah, I don't have it in front of me now because I closed the material. I'll tell you what. I'll send you a message later today with a link to the notes so you can open presentation 3. And I'll give you a little preview of the class. Okay, great job, everyone. I know the vocabulary is a little difficult, but what I'm hearing is great pronunciation, good attempt. Practice describing your film or your book and bring in the results tomorrow, and let's try it out together. Bye for now, everyone. See you tomorrow at 10 GMT.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, teacher.
Bye-bye.